Episode 8 of Venus in the Sky starts with Sky sulking after he sees Venus getting close to Bomb in the previous episode. He tells Tonkla that he thinks Venus will never accept his feelings, and he knows why. There always seems to be an obstacle between him and Venus, and he does not like the feeling. He feels like maybe he made his efforts too late. Tonkla tells him to rest and not overthink, believing that Venus has lost all feelings for him and does not respond to his messages. Meanwhile, Venus calls Beitang to tell him he still feels for Sky. He previously thought that the feelings had faded but realized that he still liked him. The more he is kind and tries to do things for Venus, the more he realizes his feelings for Sky never disappeared from his heart. Beitang asks why Venus hesitates to date him, and he admits he is afraid. He worries that Sky might like him like before, and they are not looking for the same thing. If he confesses his feelings and is rejected, he will not be able to handle it. Venus wonders if Sky is being nice out of guilt, and not because he likes him. Beitang advises him not to overthink. He alone can perceive if Sky's intentions are true or not. All he has to do is follow his heart. When he is confident, he can respond to Sky. Beitang talks about worrying if he and Tonkla will be together in the end since they have been very busy with their individual lives lately. The following morning, Sky does not text Venus in the morning. He hears someone at the front door and runs down to open the door. He is disappointed that the person there is not Sky. The rest of the day, he spaces out. At the store, he keeps hoping to see Sky. Janice asks Hank to deliver to the hospital, but Venus volunteers. He runs into Day and asks if Sky has been busy lately. He tries looking around, hoping to see Sky. Day tells Sky that Venus is around but does not get a reaction. However, Sky keeps looking at his phone. Later that night, Venus texts Sky but still gets no reply. Several days later, Venus starts to worry about Sky. He wonders if he is upset about something. Venus cannot sleep and heads out in the middle of the night. He goes to the hospital to look for Sky but he runs into Day, who wants to be taken to Sky. Sky is indifferent towards Venus, saying he has been busy and is tired. Venus does not believe him and wants to know why he is different. Sky opens up and tells Venus he does not know how much his efforts mean to Venus. If Venus likes someone else, he should be honest, and Sky will understand. Why did he like him back at the university? What was the previous Sky like? Why is it so difficult for them now? His love for Venus is whole in his heart. He wants to be close to Venus, hold his hand, and kiss him. He is jealous and possessive, but he cannot do anything. Suddenly, Venus leans in and kisses Sky. He tells him it is easy and that the only person he is talking to now is Sky. Sky is first in disbelief, and then cries. They go home together to Sky's house, where Venus tells Sky that he has feelings for him. Bomb and Janice have breakfast the following day, and realize Venus never returned home. Bomb notices that Janice is acting suspiciously, and he does not pick up a call during breakfast, and hides his phone. Later, the same number calls at the shop, and Janice receives the call outside. He checks his phone and notices that the same number has been calling constantly. Janice says it is a marketing person. When Bomb insists, Janice yells at him, saying they need to trust each other. Bomb leaves to go home and finds letters from the bank. Tonkla gets a message from Beitang saying he is going abroad for 2 weeks. He tries to call him, but the call does not go through. He calls Venus to ask about the trip. He feels guilty that he ignored Beitang. Venus tells him to figure out if he still has feelings for Beitang, and then he will know what to do. He assures him that Beitang will call him when he arrives. Meanwhile, Bomb goes through the letters from the bank and learns that Janice mortgaged the house to get a bank loan. He confronts Janice about it, and realizes that Janice did not tell Venus. Janice says he needed money for working capital at the shop. He is also late on rent. Bomb is angry because Janice still takes everything alone without sharing it with him. Bomb tells Janice that he does not need to apologize if he does not intend to keep his word. Tongkla and Beitong talk after he arrives in Taiwan. Meanwhile, Janice and Bomb have a strained relationship. After a few days, Bomb's anger subsides after secretly watching an interaction between Janice and Venus. He calls his mother to ask for money to help at the shop. His mother agrees. At the end of the episode, Janice and Bomb's relationship is good again, while Sky picks up Venus for a date. The episode review. The episode delves deep into challenges experienced in different relationships and the importance of deliberate actions by partners to make them better. Sky misunderstands Venus and starts to distance himself from the guy. Tongkla and Beitong are busy with their schedules but decide to make time for each other through texts and video calls. Bomb constantly asks Janice to trust him more and let him help whenever he is in trouble. The good thing about the couples is that they always work on their differences and improve their relationships. The episode is fulfilling, seeing that Venus and Sky are finally together.